I'm Harriet. I'm a wellbeing coach here at Isorropia, and I'm going to talk to you about sleep and sleep hygiene. We all know that we need sleep, but the big question is, exactly how important is it? The short answer is very. Not getting enough sleep can have an impact on nearly every area of our lives. Poor sleep has a negative impact on our immune system, how we learn new information and process memory, and can even increase our chances of developing health conditions such as heart disease and cancer. Poor sleep can also have psychological effects, including anxiety, low mood, irritability, erratic behaviour, forgetfulness, and psychotic episodes. But knowing these things in theory is one thing. Actually getting enough good quality sleep is another. It might be that you are in bed trying to get enough sleep for 8 hours, but you find that the amount of time you spend actually sleeping is much less than that. This can be very frustrating, particularly when we know how essential sleep is. So how can we go about trying to tackle insomnia? This is where sleep hygiene comes in. Put simply, sleep hygiene is a set of behaviours or habits that can help create the best possible environment for good quality sleep. The first thing that is important is routine. Try to make sure that you have a set bedtime routine that is consistent. This includes going to bed at the same time each night and waking up at the same time each morning, and trying to stick to this as much as possible, even on weekends. Other parts of creating a good bedtime routine can include turning off screens for an hour before bed, as the blue light from the screens can disrupt sleep because it mimics daylight and tells our brains that it is still time to be awake. We can instead fill this hour with things that will help us to relax and wind down. For example, reading, meditation, taking a warm bath, listening to a podcast, or simply having a cup of herbal tea. Creating the right environment can also be helpful. Try to avoid using your bed for anything other than sleep and sex. And I'm sorry to say that this means no scrolling on your phone in the morning. This helps our brains and bodies to associate our bed with sleep and nothing else, which gives our brain that signal that if we are in bed, it is time to wind down. Other factors can be useful here too. It is helpful if your bedroom is quiet and cool, as in order to get to deep sleep, the body needs to cool down by several degrees, and this will be difficult if you're in a room which is too warm. So those are some things you can do in your nighttime routine. But what about behaviours during the day? Many of us like a cup of coffee in the morning and maybe another to pick us up in the afternoon, but it's important to stop there. Having caffeine past 3 p.m. can affect our sleep negatively, as it doesn't leave enough time for the caffeine to leave our system before sleep. It's also important to remember that tea, Coca-Cola, energy drinks, and even things like dark chocolate also contain caffeine. Alcohol too can disrupt sleep, as even if it helps you to fall asleep initially, it prevents you from reaching the deep sleep you need to feel well rested. Exercise is also important to bear in mind. If done during the day, exercise can help to improve our sleep and can increase our chances of getting to sleep quicker, deeper, and of sleeping through the night. However, exercising 2 hours or less before bed can actually make it more difficult to get to sleep. This is because exercise produces endorphins, which gives you an energy boost, which is, of course, exactly the opposite of what you need if you're trying to fall asleep. Of course, doing all these things is easier said than done, and forming new habits can be challenging. But if we can chip away at things like sleep hygiene, it could have a significant impact on our overall well-being. A study in America showed that half of Americans who suffered from a major depressive disorder also suffered from insomnia. But if they successfully treated the insomnia, the symptoms of depression would often improve as well, and in some cases, good sleep even prevented future episodes from occurring at all. Sleep is as important to the running of our bodies and minds as food and water, and is a key component in getting well and staying well. I hope you enjoyed this video today and that it's given you some things to think about. How do you feel when you've had a good night's sleep versus when you haven't? What things do you already do to help yourself to sleep well? And what do you think you could begin to build into your routine? Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in a workshop or live session soon. Bye.